Hello? Hello? Oh wait. Hello? Hello? No, I can't. Not sure why. Oh well, anyway, let's talk about the game. Hello everyone, my name is Ottomo and I'll be casting the finale for the UGC Season 4 Iron Competition, the Southeast Asia Division. So the final teams are XTRUDE against A-Saikou. A-Saikou chose Radiant and XTRUDE got to pick what they want first pick. So let's look at what they start with. Okay, so the first ban is going to be Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker, pretty popular hero this patch. A lot of people don't seem to like him. I personally don't either. Then we have the Leshrac ban, another ban that makes a lot of sense. Leshrac is very popular this patch. He can be played as a support, as a mid, as a core. He can pretty much do anything, so makes sense to have him banned out as well. Let's see what they're gonna go for next. They are taking a bit of their time, and Queen of Pain comes out. Queen of Pain, I guess they don't want anyone to clear the wave. Maybe they also are worried about the mid. Undying comes out, so quite a lot. The Radiant don't seem to want to go up against any sort of pushing early game lineup. Leshrac's pretty good at pushing. Undying with his Tombstone can create some space, and Earthshaker is the first pick. Good support, great initiation, can be played as an off lane if you go for the Soul Ring strategy where you use Soul Ring and you farm with Fissure. So decent pickup here. And let's see what the Radiant are going to go for next. Good. It's a good thing to take out the supports early because it leaves your draft open. If you take something like an Enigma first pick, it becomes pretty easy to counter him with something like Silencer. So taking Earthshaker first is, I like it. It's a good opening pick, I feel. And now they take the Viper, another very versatile hero. Can play pretty much every role and very hard to beat in the mid lane. He's super tanky, so I like this pick as well. Let's see what they're gonna go for their second pick. And a Lich comes out. Lich, not a hero we see very often. A very good early game if he spams his sacrifice. Gives him the ability to win the lane, deny experience for the enemy. But yeah, not seen very often. Also, I've seen him played. Some people don't really go for the max sacrifice. Instead, they go for more points in Frost Blast, which is pretty good. But taking him and not taking sacrifice early on is kind of a waste, in my opinion. See what they're gonna go for next. Will be a good pick against both Viper and Lich. Lots of slows coming out, not many stuns right now, although there is a mini stun for the Chain Frost. So we have a Tiny. Okay, Tiny, yeah, pretty good pick. Very good at with his Blink Dagger and his Toss Avalanche combination. Does a ton of burst damage, can easily bring down the Lich. So we have two people who are probably gonna get Blink Dagger. Viper and Lich a bit not very mobile heroes, you could say. The ice armor is also not going to be that great against the Urshick. It doesn't do anything. Witch Doctor ban comes out. I suppose Witch Doctor is a good ban because he has one of the best stuns in the game. So, and they have no stuns yet for the Radiant side. Anti-Mage comes out. He's Anti-Mage. His Mana Void would do a huge amount of damage against the Lich. Maybe they want to pick a Medusa though. That's why they picked him. I think that may be a more likely option. Tinker comes out as a ban, so quite a lot of mids have been banned. Although, if Viper is mid, then this might not be the best ban in the world. Tinker, in general, though, an extremely annoying hero. We have Shadow Fiend banned out. Shadow Fiend against Viper, probably the edge goes to Shadow Fiend, but this is assuming the Viper is mid. And let's see what they're gonna go for next. Someone with a stun would be really good. Who would it be? Vengeful Spirit has one stun, but it's not that amazing. What are they gonna go for now? Someone's going to most. Oh, and there you go, Vengeful Spirit. I didn't think they'd actually pick her, but there you go. Vengeful Spirit. Her Wave of Terror, I think, disables the blinks. Stun. It's very basic, but gets the job done. Swap is very good. Her Vengeance Hour so far not that great for the team. They're only gonna need someone for more DPS, but that's the supports, the Lich and the Vengeful Spirit. Very nice blue theme we have going on also. Wisp comes out. I think that they should have predicted this. You know, when you see Tiny, you're gonna see a Wisp. A very dangerous combination, very base breaking combination as well. So who's gonna come out next? They're probably either gonna go in their mid and their off lane, or their core and their off lane, depending on what this Viper is. Who would be a good hero against Tiny and Wisp? Oh, and this is another thing why the Witch Doctor is a very good ban here. When Wisp tethers someone and they relocate, you throw a cask and it just jumps between both of them. It's insanely powerful. But who will they go for next? I'm kind of curious. What hero would be good here? I think PA is pretty good. Oh, they go for the Lena. Lena is also pretty good. I do wonder though if what is it called? The overcharge. If the damage reduction applies to pure. We're gonna have to ask someone about this. But yeah, Lena. Next pick coming out. Let's see who Dire are gonna go for. I would have gone for something like PA, but that's pretty good as well. Also, all the Dire so far are strength heroes, although Wisp doesn't really count, does he? Let's see what's gonna come out next for this. What would they take? Lena, Vengeful Spirit, Lich Viper. Lena does give them an extra stun, which is really good also. BS is fine. They go for the Storm Spirit. Interesting. And we don't know if the Lena is going to be mid or the Viper is going to be mid, but Storm against either one is decent. He has more range than the Viper, so I think that Storm Spirit is better against the Viper than he is against the Lena. So we'll have to wait and see. If they put Lena mid, that may be better for them. I do feel like the Radiant side lack a bit of physical damage. They have a good amount of magical, but Viper, his damage is not that great. Lich is all magic. VS mix, but a pretty weak mix. Not much magic damage, and physical is pretty low as well. Lena, lots of pure damage later on. We'll have to wait and see what they go for. Last rounds of bans to come out now. Who's it gonna be? And Tidehunter comes out as a ban. Okay, so Tidehunter, yeah, would have been a great off lane, definitely. Although I'm hearing some sound, sorry. No, sorry.
Wait, you hear me now?
Now I hear you. I'm like, wait, where's this sound coming from? Okay, I hear you. Hi.
Okay.
So,
that was weird.
yeah, all of a sudden you just turned on. I'd like this Drill Ranger ban. I think it would have been great if they took it. But Morphling comes out, and looks like it's going to be the last pick for XTRUDE. They're probably going to look for an off lane or support, depending on what this Earthshaker plays. By the way, I can hear the music from your side.
Oh, okay, that's weird. Let me tell you then to figure out why it's picking up my music.
So anyway, last man, the Morphling pick is pretty good. Very hard to lock him down. They do have stuns, but they have no silence until Storm gets Orchid. And oh, Bristleback, very tanky. It's gonna be really hard for them to bring down this combination of heroes. Yeah, offlane Bristleback. It's gonna be really hard for them to kill him. Even with the Tiny and Earthshaker and Storm Spirit. So overall, looking at this lineup, which one do you favor?
It's really hard to say, personally. I guess the Storm is going mid, and from Dota buff we can see that Storm Spirit goes up pretty well against the Lina, and it's pretty much even against the Viper. But if they put the Tiny IO mid, Viper would actually very likely destroy that combination. And there's a possibility also we'll see the Viper, Leech, and Vengeful Spirit going on an aggressive tri-lane. And that would likely destroy the Tiny IO lineup as well. And it really depends on how they execute their laning phase.
Well, there's some sort of mic issues going on for one of the teams.
Okay.
I was actually thinking that they're probably gonna go Morphling with the Lich at least, because Lich is gonna pretty much win the lane with him.
Yeah, they're gonna have a lot of control, and both teams don't look like they have enough lockdown to deal with. Like XTRUDE don't have enough to deal with the Morphling, and it doesn't look like AS has enough to deal with the Storm either.
Yeah,
so
both teams are kind of lacking in, stuns, you could say. But I think XTRUDE comes out a little on top because their team is so much more tanky.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Oh, look at Bristleback. Changing might. Oh, one of the teams have high ping actually, 250.
But they're both the same area, right?
SC region. I'm not too sure about AS. I'm not too sure what country they are from. So
I guess
SC is a very big region. So there's that. Like even the Korean teams play on C, so I know they're pretty far away. I'm not too sure what kind of ping they get.
Well, we'll just have to hope that both teams can settle it with their internet. Well, looking at the two teams, it's really hard to guess what the lineups, how they're gonna line the game up. But I think it's probably gonna be a Storm mid, Tiny and Wisp, as well as their fifth hero. So I forgot which one they picked. Will go to safe lane. Probably Bristleback going to go bottom. Looks like both teams should be ready to start soon. Ah, there we go. Earthshaker was the big Earthshaker now, yeah. Alright, looks like XTRUDE is ready, and alright, game's gonna start now. And we'll be able to see what kind of laning stage we're gonna go through. Looks like I don't think Morphling's gonna go mid, but looks like they just want to secure the top ruin. And he has a yeah, so basically 50-50 if you pick him. And looks like the Dire is gonna try to secure bottom bounty ruin while the Rain gets the top. Lich probably could consider staying behind and using his sacrifice, but I guess he's not gonna do that. Love the fire tiny that we have going on. And yeah, Lich could probably go. Hello?
Oh, no. I was just looking at the item build-ups. So it looks like Io is gonna just be rushing a border, and we may actually see an Io storm mid. That's a possibility of doing that. That's gonna be a pretty funny laning phase though.
And check out how many tangos the Viper has. He expects to be harassed, so I think he's gonna solo.
Yeah, he's probably gonna solo. That's a very interesting way to solo though.
2 circlets and 2 tangos, alright. And they give the bounty rune to the Morphling. Is this a Morphling mint?
Oh, it looks like it. And it doesn't look like a solo. It looks like Vengeful Spirits rotating down bottom.
So 2-1-2 with Morphling and Tiny mid for both teams. Alright, there we go. Wisp is lagging. Well, gives us a little time to look at some of the skills and item builds. Lich did take level 1 sacrifice, so that's good. He can spam it out, helps him win the lane. Vengeful Spirit, level 1 stun, nothing new. Morphling has the morph. He has morph, but I don't think he's used it. And Morphling against Tiny middle, not a matchup we see often. Who do you think is gonna win it?
Well, according to Total Buff, it's completely even. The matchup, Tiny has a 0.02% advantage.
Oh.
I was just about typing that out. Oh, we have a pause again.
Again, another one. Alright. Tiny versus Morphling. That's huge. Yeah. Well,
basically non-existence.
I think it comes down to player skill at this one, so I'm just gonna call it even as a matchup. I think
it really depends on whether the Io overextends. If he overextends, the Morphling can very easily kill him off and then just get the lane advantage. They will be, of course, because of the dual lane, will be behind on experience, and the Morphling will definitely be at a higher level. And Io doesn't exactly have a lot of HP to just tank up waveform and all those kind of things.
Yeah, and he has no armor either, but he can always try to escape with Tether.
Yeah.
Bottom lane Viper against Bristleback, and I think we might have Vengeful Spirit helping him out as well. I feel like the advantage goes to Viper because of his slows, and Bristleback is melee, so Bristleback can harass him a little with Quill Spray, but Viper should win this.
Yeah, Viper should have a pretty strong lane here, but up top though, not too sure how that lane's gonna play out. I do think the Storm is definitely gonna have a bigger advantage, even a bigger kill advantage with the Earthshaker here. If he can get a good fissure off, both Leech and Lina are very easy to kill.
That's true, but as long as Lich keeps spamming sacrifice and their lane is close to the tower, they should be okay. Oh, Lich in a pretty awkward.
I'm not too sure whether the sacrifice will be able to keep up with the pool though.
Oh yeah, that's true, but he's not double pulling, he's just single pulling, so it's actually going to push the lane even more.
Oh yeah, he didn't stop a double stack right there. Okay.
Oh, mid lane? Looks like Morphling might fall, and he doesn't even use his strength mark. Well, There we go. That 0.02 advantage, as you can clearly see, is making a difference for the game. So first blood going to the Tiny, and definitely first blood we didn't expect to happen. Oh, and looks like Lich in a bit of a scary situation. I don't know. Oh my god, the pauses. Interesting. And another DC.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, this happens a lot. In the Southeast Asia game, this happens a lot.
I've somewhat noticed this. I cast another tournament where the moment the game starts, everyone's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm like, couldn't you have gone sooner? No, we have to go now.
Oh, that was fast. That was a very quick reconnect. So, game will go on. And the bottle is up on the muffling though. So he should be having a better laning presence now.
Ooh, Storm managed to take...
lefty Tiny alone.
So Storm managed to take those neutral stop, and he's actually harassing the Lich, doing some damage, but it should be okay. He's not using his sacrifice as much as he should. It's off cooldown, he's just not using it. Well, alright. Bristleback doing quite okay against the Viper. Does take some harass, but I think he's probably going to be alright. And in general, just seems like, well, if we expect action, it's probably going to be on the mid lane again. Morphling, close to CS with the Tiny. His death didn't cost him that much. Oh, another one. Alright. I need a break, you know, it's been pretty active.
Oh wow, everyone's disconnecting.
Okay, interesting. Now Storm wants to join the party. Might be...
I think I remember last week. They had a lot of disconnecting problem too. Okay, looks like everyone's coming back.
Do you think they're all at home or at Cyber Cafe? So, you know, they all DC, they DC together or something?
Yeah.
I feel like if one of the teams is able to overcome the lag, that team will win. You know, it's not exactly it's not the game of skill where it's like, oh, it comes down to Rubik stealing black holes. Like, no. One team has 500 ping, one team has 400. That's it. Two-and-a-half minute game, ladies and gentlemen, but we've already been 15 minutes into the actual game. So if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. You haven't missed anything. At the moment, it seems that there is a tiny Dire at XP advantage. Gold as slightly bigger at about 1.2k gold advantage for the Dire side. Lane-ups, late game, who do you think is gonna win?
If both teams get equal farm,
yes.
I definitely favor XTRUDE's lineup. You do have a very big Tiny, and then you have Bristleback that's very, very hard to bring down. The pure damage wouldn't do that much to the Bristleback. And on AS side, you only have the muffling. A Viper dies down after like 45 minutes. He wouldn't be able to do too much. And that's probably about it. If both teams get equal farm, of course. I do favor XTRUDE's lineup much more.
I agree with you, which makes for a boring analysis because it's like I feel like you're right. There's really not much that the ratings have for late game. They have the Morphling, who's good late game. Lina with her Aghanims does damage, but it's like not much, you know. They don't have much damage. Lich falls off. Vengeful Spirit brings very little. Viper's pretty weak late game. On the other side, you have a tiny Bristleback and Storm. Those are like the best late game you can ask for.
Assuming dies down about the same time with Viper.
Oh,
because he relies on magic damage, and it assumes what kind of what he builds into as well. If he goes for a very early Bloodstone and manages to dominate with it, then he will be pretty big late game. Otherwise, it's not gonna be too effective.
This assumes we actually unpause.
Yeah. This assumes we get a game.
Alright. So both teams apparently content with doing nothing, I guess. Alright, well, maybe I should have had dinner. I can have dinner now, actually. It's making a difference. What about you? Are you hungry?
Okay, the Earthshaker is back.
There we go.
I'm like 6 AM in the morning, so...
Oh, it's 6 AM where you are? Where are you from?
I'm in California, by the way.
Holy!
I'm from Malaysia, but I'm in California right now.
Oh, alright. Well, I'm living in Malaysia, so...
Ah, okay.
Alright, the game is unpausing. I assume this will be a 30-second unpause, followed by a 5-minute pause, but here's hoping. Now, Storm going for this Overload max build. It's been popular ever since Sumail kind of brought it in. Does a lot of damage but very little lockdown. What do you think? Do you like this new build of Storm, or do you think the old Electric Vortex build was better?
I assume he's just going to focus more on farming. That's why he avoids the Vortex earlier on. So that's why he
mid lane. We might have a kill on
Overload.
Oh, sorry. Eo almost fell down. Oh, he just tosses the creep at him.
Toss coming in a little bit late.
So yeah, you're saying it's just for farming? Yeah, I think that could work as well. Gives him a very good amount of extra damage to last hit with. But if they're Electric Vortex, they'd have a bit more disable. Also, Tiny going for the max fissure ability. I do think that the Aftershock build is a bit better because he max Aftershock. Fissure is good, but the mana cost is a bit too high to spam. Like right now, even now, you can only use it one time anyway. So, bit of a tough choice with building Earthshaker early on. Lich not using his sacrifice.
Well, he more or less... Oh yeah, he's been missing that a bit. He may be just waiting to not have any enemies close him, so he gets more experience out of it.
Yeah, but even if he uses with enemies close, it's no big deal, because if there are 2 enemies and 2 allies, the experience of the creep is split quartered for everyone. If there's just him and his... Yeah, so it's like no big deal. It's better than losing the creep in bottom lane. We might have a go on the Bristleback. Stun does come out. They're hitting him in his ass, but he's able to reduce all that damage, and it should be okay. Tough back.
He even has a bottle.
He does have one, and I think he took the ruin just now. He took the bounty ruin. So able to keep up harassing. Mid lane is 28 to 14. Tiny. Are you sure it's 0.2 advantage? Just walks.
On bottom.
Sorry, I just was looking mid.
He actually gets a solo kill in mid.
He did. He just walked into him, avalanched and tossed just like that. And looks like we might have a kill. There you go. Big dire advantage coming out. Wisp, will he make it out alive? Looks like he should. But will we lose the Bristleback? Does die to the poison. Oh, Wisp is gonna take one hit and he's gonna fall. He does. He should have stayed hidden. And double kill coming out for the Viper. It was looking very good for the Dire. Just now it was 0 and 3, but now 2 and 3. Pretty good turnaround. Top lane, we might have a kill on the Storm. Looks like they need a bit more. No, they can't do it. Okay, so game is starting to move forward a little bit. What do you think of the Viper build? More points than Nether Toxin. I thought if he has more poison attack, he can harass the Bristle better, but he's going for more points than Nether Toxin.
That I'm not sure actually. I would actually put more into poison attack, just because that's more slow. That's really gonna help him fight the Bristleback, just to chase him in general, because Bristleback's gonna be running a lot in this lane.
Mid lane almost get the Morphling. Morphling is 0 and 2 against this Tiny. He keeps getting...
Looks like Bristleback's gonna go down.
See, I told you this max Nether Toxin build is gonna get them kills. It's amazing. He got another kill. Excellent.
Oh, okay. It has a very big bonus damage.
It does. It's like what 120.
Yeah.
Still, I agree with you though. Poison attack
120 now.
would have been better. Lich using his sacrifice a bit more, so that's good for him. Despite the
They do
Lich,
have some really big stacks though.
oh, they do. Yeah, they do. One here,
XTRUDE.
one here.
They have a triple stacks on both sides, the middle and the large camp. So
And,
that's gonna help Tiny catch up a lot.
Tiny actually
Speaking
almost
about Tiny.
almost falls to the Morphling just now. And he's actually, I think he's going to rush Blink Dagger. Look at how much gold he has on him.
Yeah.
And when he
That's
gets
weird though. He has an IO. So I know usually if you watch pro teams, Tinys usually just go straight for the Aghanim Scepter with an IO. He might come in for the Morphling actually. The Avalanche will connect. And nah, not good. That's not gonna be enough. It's gonna be a bit of walk away from that.
yeah, but look at once he gets Blink Dagger, look how many people he can burst down. The Lina, 700 life, Vengeful Spirit 600, Lich 700. His combination does what, like 900 magic damage. Add a couple of attacks. He's going to be able to do huge amounts of damage with the Blink Dagger. And failed stack coming out from the Wisp. Or is it? Yeah, it doesn't land. And there you go, Blink Dagger out on the
Nice
Tiny.
try.
Yeah, that was a nice try.
Okay.
So now he should just probably walk around and just get some kills, especially like on the top lane. Lich and Lina, both of them just pretty much food for him.
There's gonna be haste rune picked up by the IO. That's gonna be big. The
Oh.
Bristleback or the Tiny is gonna be able to make a lot of use of that.
Actually, he doesn't have any slow on the Bristleback though, so he can't really catch up to anyone. Top lane looks like the Tiny jumps on the Lich. One more hit, gets it. Now it's time for the Lina. Is she gonna fall? Stun coming out in 2 seconds. Stun is out. Viper kills the Bristleback somewhere else. A toss of the Storm gets the kill. Actually, Earthshaker gets the kill, but still, it is a 2-for-1 across the map. Lina and Lich for the Bristleback. Fight recap says it's a pretty. Oh, actually, doesn't show all the kills, but I'm pretty sure it's a good advantage for the Dire side.
I would actually think it's pretty even, honestly, because you need the Bristleback to become big to win this game, and killing the Bristleback is very key, right there. And they gave away a kill to the Viper as well, and the Viper requires that farm. He's actually really close to his mechanism, almost at the 10th minute. That's pretty good.
And we have Tranquil Boots on the
He's just bullying. Yeah, he's just bullying the Bristleback out of lane right now. Because he has like 2-level advantage.
Yeah, almost. Bristleback about to turn 7, but even then he'll have a pretty bad disadvantage against the Viper. It's just the way of the lineup, sorry, the matchup. Viper is range with a slow, Bristleback has to be melee. It's a tough lane for him. Oh, Morphling, looks like he's getting jumped on again. He has so much. Oh, Fissure misses out, and so does the Enchant Totem. Can they get the kill? He's morphing a lot of his stats, and wow, 1,800 life. Nice swap coming out, but can they kill him? Overcharge, as long with the tether, keeping him alive, and Tiny looks like he's going to be okay. Might jump, he does jump, but he gets the Vengeful. Sorry, it wasn't on my screen. Can he make it out alive now? Looks like we're going to lose the EO instead. IO, EO, Wisp, whatever. And Tiny makes it alive. 1-for-1 trade, but I think it favors the Morphling because he's a bit behind. So, and yeah, he gets a bit more gold, but the other team gets more experience.
Yeah, IO needs to stay alive more. He needs to get his level 6 as quickly as possible.
What do you think?
That's how the combination with the Tiny works out.
What do you think is going to be Morphling's first item? He has Wand, Bottle, and Boots. What do you think he's going to get next?
Probably a casual Yasha. And then, looking at the situation, if Storm builds into a really quick Orchid Malevolence, then he's probably just going to go into Manta. Because that's the only thing that's going to silence him up. And the Manta Star is just going to remove the silence. And he's going to be able to run away.
Bunch of items come
but
out.
It looks like Storm is going for a Bloodstone.
Yeah, I thought.
Or at least he picks up his Soul Ring. And he's getting jumped on. Not really. They're backing away.
He's gonna be okay. Meanwhile, though, the Viper's in a tough spot, sort of. He does have his mechanism. Bristleback got his power treads, and we have Tranquil Boots on the Earthshaker. He can use it with the Soul Ring, so that's one way for him to farm. It's gonna take forever for him to get Blink Dagger, though, unless he gets a few good kills. Oh, Bristleback? Looks like he's gonna be okay. Even though he's melee and he's a bit under-farmed, under-leveled, it's still quite hard for the Viper to get him, it seems.
Yeah, it's very hard to bring the Bristleback down alone. He's gonna need at least the Vengeful Spirit to be with him to give him some extra damage and the stun in general.
And looks like they're gonna start taking the stacks now. Gonna be a big gold increase for the bottom lane. So we're gonna have a kill on the Bristleback. Yeah, stun, swap, and that's it. If they keep bringing down this Bristleback, it's gonna be very painful. He's already in the middle of the net worth right now.
Tiny is getting really big though.
Yeah, I mean...
no, he's not actually.
He's almost the same as the Viper. Viper has, I think, one more kill than him. I think that's why. But apart from the Tiny and the Viper, no one else is really that farmed. Morphling's quite far behind, same as the Storm, the Lina, and Lich is not using his sacrifice. You know, this really annoys me. It's like, you just use it. You lose nothing when you do it. But bottom lane, Bristleback going on the Viper. Does he really want to fight him? The swap comes out. Stun gonna land. Lands on the side. He's taking quite a lot of damage. Ooh, nice jump in by the Tiny. Can he get the kill? Looks like Bristleback's gonna make it out alive. And Tiny's here. Tiny going ham on the Viper. Viper gets the kill, and they actually get a double kill. Tiny falling down. It looks like they might lose the Earthshaker as well. Earthshaker not enough mana for anything, but uses the Mango, and wow, big turnaround. This just shows just how strong Viper is early game.
That was the DD on the Morphling. That's why Tiny died so fast. And the Laguna Blade was dropped too. So
yeah, but
was a big kill. For
they
the
thought
Viper.
they could kill the Viper, but he's so tanky, you know.
Yeah. They actually went in, they got the Vengeful. I felt after they got the Vengeful, they should have just backed away. Because with the Vengeful Spirit, Aura now transferred. Oh, she actually doesn't have the Aura. Okay. I thought my animation didn't pop. So it looks like she didn't skill the Aura. But you got the Vengeful, you should have just backed away. Bristleback was already really low. No one else was really there to back the Tiny up. And so... but they decided to stay, and then the Morphling came in with a double damage, so and they just died, lost 2 cores even to the Viper. So that was really major. Not a fight they should have taken.
And Viper, he was very close with the Tiny for most of the game. The net worth now he's quite far ahead, about 600 gold. This ward just got planted just now. If the Radiant can see it, they can deward. They help them a lot. Oh, and top lane, Storm Spirit falls. That was unfortunate. I didn't actually see what happened, but looks... yeah, I didn't see what happened. Must have been a swap into stun. See, oh my god, missing a little bit.
It's a swap at the magic missile.
Okay, maybe we'll get this kill. Looks like Morphling just goes in view with his Ruin. Lich gets blown up, but this is somewhat expected. Oh, and Morphling gets the kill on the Wisp. Very nicely done. Tiny, is he thinking he might be able to blink, but he doesn't have enough damage to kill the Morphling. Not without the fissure, at least. I think they're gonna go for it.
Even with the fissure.
That's gonna be very close.
I don't think even with the fissure it's enough.
It looks like they want to risk it, but... or maybe not. Yeah, perfect Ruin, he gets the regen and should be okay. Oh, did they see this? Did they see this ward? Doesn't seem like they do. Oh well, they're gonna go for the Bristleback. Nice use coming out, stun, hits in the face. Well, maybe more like the side, but either way he falls. Bristleback is 1-6. Terrible game for him. Experience going up in favor.
Looks like, yeah, It just looks like XTRUDE is just losing every single lane right now. The stun in the middle will miss. Looks like he's gonna be in trouble. No, he's gonna be able to just walk away from this. It's a little bit too healthy to come down. But it just looks like they are losing every single lane. The tiny IO isn't exactly doing as much damage. Yes, you're killing the Vengeful Spirit, you're killing the Leech, but they don't exactly require any item to be reasonably effective. The Bristleback is just completely losing his lane, not even being able to stay in lane, and the Storm is really not getting anything done either.
The thing that I've noticed is mid lane, nice jump by the Tiny. Can you get a kill? He does bring everyone low life. Just no one seems to fall. We do lose. Oh dear, he falls. Gets blown before I can even say anything. But here's one of the things I've noticed: there have been no relocate ganks so far.
He just hit level 6 not long ago, I think.
Yeah, he's level 7.
And they don't exactly have. Oh yeah, he's level 7 now actually, closing in on 8. So.
Man, you would think at least there'd be 1 or 2 relocates.
True. They don't have very good visions as well, and A-Saikou is actually doing a really good job keeping the supports out of vision. The supports are usually like the Leech here is now alone. They could potentially jump on him, but most of the time the support are always with another core, and it's going to be really hard to jump.
Bristleback swap does land.
Oh, this.
And relocate, not in time to save him. Oh, well, looks like everyone's walking in. Morphling going in for the Wisp. Will he be able to get him? Gets stunned. Morphling not a lot of mana. In the meantime, Tiny jumps on the Lina. Looks like he got Yuled and he's gonna. Oh no, he does make it out alive. Storm jumps in. They're going in a lot. As Lina stun does land on the Earthshake. Earthshake trying to get a good Echo Summon. He does. He actually lands on 2 people, kills the Lina, and looks like they're gonna get the Morphling as well. Morphling very low life and does fall. So pretty big turnaround that I didn't think was gonna happen. Lich, bit late to the party, might have been able to throw his Chain Frost to change that fight. Oh, looks like they're gonna jump on the what's his name? Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful Spirit does fall, and no mana for the Chain Frost. Could have gotten a kill there. Bit odd. Top lane looks like it's going to be Vipers jumping in on the Bristleback, not doing as much damage on him, but I think he's gonna fall in the end. Bristleback in the end just walks away. Okay, I thought he was gonna kill him for sure. Oh,
he's just probably playing it safe. He definitely knows his top of net worth now. He doesn't want to give his life away, so he just want to make sure. But he may be in danger now. Actually, it doesn't look like he's in too much danger. It does looks like the LSA disconnect on 2. The slow continues to get on burn, and looks like Ban's gonna go down. Right click from Viper and a Laguna Blade coming up to finish up the IO. When did IO come in? I didn't even see IO come in.
He teleported in for some reason, and I thought, you know, he's gonna teleport in and tether away, but he just teleported and died. It's like, guys, you need some extra gold? I'm here. In the meantime, though, Tiny does have his Aghanims ready. He just needs to buy the last piece, but he has enough gold for it. Wisp looks like he's gonna go for. He has a cloak. I'm not sure if he's gonna go for a pipe. Pretty good this game. Bristleback doesn't have anything.
It's probably going to be a Glimmer Cape.
Oh yeah, Glimmer Cape. Earthshake is actually very close to his Blink Dagger. Yeah. Looks like we can get it by 21 minutes. And Storm working on that Bloodstone. In the meantime, on the Radiant side, Viper has his Aghanims, along with his Mechanism, so he's going to be very hard to bring down. Lich looks like he's going to be working on a mech, I think. I'm not. Is this Lich going for a mech? What?
He picks up a buckler. That's interesting.
The only other item he can make from it would be the Crimson Guard.
Crimson Guard.
Yes.
That wouldn't make sense.
So I'm not sure why he has it. Might be a miscommunication. Vengeful Spirit doesn't really have anything. Looks like she's going to go for the Medallion. I think I want to try to take Roshan later. Morphling is going for Linken's. Bit unexpected, and not really that good. I feel like you can just remove it with the viscous nasal goo, so it makes it not that great, but I don't know. What do you think? Lincoln's on Morphling.
I actually think it's pretty okay considering he's able to get the Lincolns pretty early, and XTRUDE has the main both of them have the same problem of a very limited lockdown lineup. So the Lincoln Sphere would effectively remove one stun, and that gives him one less thing to worry about.
But here's the thing.
They already have a lot of problem locking him down.
But here's the thing. Their stuns are all AoE. A-Saikou, all of his abilities are AoE. Tiny, all of his abilities are AoE. Nothing is targeted except for the electric vortex anyway, and the viscous nasal goo. So we might have engagement here. They do take this stack. This is going to hurt them a lot. Earthshaker could blink in if he wants to, but it's going to be very risky, and looks like they decide not to stick around. But yeah, I feel like the more this linkage would be good if there was a lot of single target, but there's not. There's just nasal goo and electric vortex. That's literally it. There's nothing else like single target. Oh, ultimate comes out. They might engage here. Fissure comes out. Will they go in? There's a nice ward here by the radiant. That's why they can see all that's going on. But there's also, and they de-ward here for the dire. The dire ward is gone. So they're able to take the stack. They leave one creep behind as a consolation prize, I guess, and they just retreat.
It's very surprising no fight broke out from that. Very good fissure, actually, coming up from Shin to just block the place up.
I think though the main reason was that the Radiant have so much vision in this high ground that's why they can't do anything against them. So that's how it goes. Lich actually putting points in stats now. I'm not sure why. Alright. Well, it looks like the game might be going into the later phase. Smoke on the Vengeful Spirit. We might see if Smoke come out. She's going for Medallion, so they could see an early Roshan. They could probably take it. They with Viper tanking, it shouldn't be so hard for them. Storm Spirit getting closer to that Bloodstone. I'm surprised he went Power Treads instead of going Arcane Boots and then disassembling it later. I think that may have been a bit... it gets him the Bloodstone a bit faster.
He probably just wants the attack speed in general, just to give him a little bit more attack speed. And of course the tongling of the power threads worked pretty well on the Storm Spirit. But I'm not too sure whether he's actually doing it.
The thing that scares me, at least for the Radiant side, is that if they do lose a fight near a tower or anything, they're definitely going to lose the tower. With Aghanims up on the Tiny as well as the Hyperstone, he's going to be hitting very fast and very hard. And Smoke comes out. Will they catch the Tiny? He has a Wisp nearby to relocate him. He's okay. Wisp might walk into them. They do see the Lina. Do they see the Lina? Oh, the Tiny just blinks out and looks like nothing's gonna happen. Oh, Storm almost caught, but just zips away. So nothing. Oh, looks like Vengeful Spirit is gonna get burst down, and she does. Nice fissure coming out from the Earthshaker. They also see that there's a ward here, so they should probably try to de-ward it. Haste Ruin. There you go.
It was sadly a pretty bad smoke coming out from AS. They didn't have too much vision. They used the smoke to actually come in to get the vision. And they actually gaffed the position of the ward away, and then they lost their support too.
Yeah, when you think about it that way, that was pretty damn crappy for them.
Sadly, the only thing they found was a storm, and they really couldn't lock the storm down, so it's just gonna be able to just zipped away from that. Well, Lincoln Sphere is out on Shinku.
Oh wait, Lich doesn't have stats. That was from the Buckler. My mistake. Oh, top lane, we might have a relocate gank. Actually, relocates just the Wisp by himself, doesn't bring anyone with him. And will he be able to get a kill on the Morphling? Morphling has the haste ruin, looks like just gonna make it out by himself. Oh dear, now Tiny's by himself. He actually morphs into agility, and looks like he's gonna get a jump on the Vengeful Spirit as well. So 2 for nothing. I'm surprised Morphling, EO went by himself, but worked out for them in the end. Tiny getting closer and closer to that Assault QS, and Tiny, top of the net worth now.
I'm not too sure whether the agility morph was a misplay. It felt kind of weird that he was morphing agility having so little health.
My belief is that he probably thought they have enough lockdown, so he needs damage now. So he's like, I'm gonna go back into my damage mode, you know. This isn't even my final form. And didn't work out all for him.
Yeah, Shin got a really good fissure off when he started muffling agility.
To be honest,
actually, I think you can switch. You can actually switch to strength morph while you're stunned. So
yeah, you can do it while
a little bit of delay and those kind of things.
No, you can do it while you're stunned, but you can't do it while you're silenced. Oh, looks like they're gonna get a jump on the Viper. They get a kill. Echo Slam has come out. So many stuns.
Oh, this is going to be a big kill.
It is a huge kill.
This is going to be a big kill. That's 700 gold. But looks like Hwanil may go down to Shinku. Oh, that goes back to a double kill going the other way. That's 1100 gold going his way.
Fight recap shows that overall it was a pretty big advantage for the Radiant side actually. Not much in the experience, but gold was good for them, especially on the Morphling who feels a bit under farms. What's he gonna make now? Do you think he's gonna be a Skadi or SNY or what?
It's pretty hard to say. It's really gonna depend what he picks up next.
Check out the vision on the Dire side. They have sentries and wards everywhere.
All defensive though. Very defensive visions.
There is one offensive Radiant ward, but I want one here as well.
Radiant only has one ward. Oh, okay, there's one over here.
It's gonna expire,
so
so.
Empty stack just now.
Yeah, but it's about to expire, so in a few seconds you'll be right. They only have one ward.
Yeah. But I do understand why XTRUDE's going for very defensive warding right now. All they need to do, oh, we do have a relocate coming in from the back. Oh, they were actually walked into 4. The Eel Scepter picks the Tiny up. The LSA will miss. Storm Spirit jumps in to support the Fissure connecting on 3. Lina gets burst down. Now Vengeful Spirit being the last to be picked. Oh, he may actually walk away. No, the Blink Dagger from Tiny will finish. All 3 supports going down. 2 supports and the offlaner going down right there. But Morphling gets away.
At the beginning I thought that was a pretty bad relocate because he relocated from a distance and they were able to use him. But he just made it work for himself in the end. Oh, looks like we might have a problem here, and Morphling does fall. Now it's going to be Viper. Are they going to get the kill on the Viper? Viper taking quite a lot of damage. Might be able to bring someone down. No, I don't see how the Viper is going to make it out here. He does fall. It's a team wipe for the Dire side, and looks like our prediction that the Dire might take this with this lineup might come true.
Yeah, the Tiny is definitely starting to turn online, and especially the Storm Spirit picking up 13 charges right now after that. He was involved in all 5 kills right there.
And
so he got 5 charges out of that, and that's gonna be really big.
Might
even be a lane of Rex actually. Both cores still sideline for 30 seconds. And the supports are just gonna
tickle
die
them
to the Tiny very quickly.
Nah, Vengeful Spirit, swap, a stun, and they might be actually able to kill the Tiny still alive. If only there was a tether on him with the overcharge, kept him alive. Bristleback, oh my god, do you know there's a Bristleback in this game?
He's actually pushing up on the top lane, not doing too well.
Storm.
And ooh, the Leech ulti. That's I think the first Leech ultimate in the game.
It is. It's the first Lich ultimate. The Lich ultimate makes its debut. Okay, now let's see what he's gonna buy. If he buys Mech, that's gonna be crazy if he buys it. Come on, he has gold. What's he gonna make? I'm really curious. I'm looking at him. It's like, come on. Let's see, what is it? Wards, okay. Drops the wards. Comes back. He's been in the fountain. Okay, sentry wards now as well. He's picking the observer
from
wards.
the tiny kill.
Oh.
Yeah, the goal from a tiny kill gives Lina her Golem Scepter. So she's actually pretty big now. The Eels and the Golem Scepter picks up a hammer. So
that's gonna be a BKB.
Oh, true. She needs a BKB to deal with. Whoa, what is this? Okay, that's an Invis rune.
Because when you look at it, oh, the Storm Spirit doesn't really zip too far. I'm not sure why, but Dire have nothing that goes through BKB.
Right clicks.
Except right clicks. But on the Radiant, they
right clicks.
Yeah, on the Radiant though, they do have the Viper Strike. They do have the Chain Frost. They do have the Swap, and they have the Laguna Blade as well. So they do have quite a lot of things that go through BKB. So getting BKB on the Radiant
Chain
really
Frost
helps them.
doesn't go through BKB.
The
Chain
slow.
Frost is blocked.
The slow.
The mini stun goes through BKB. Does the slow go through magic immunity?
I know that the damage doesn't, but I know that the slow does. I don't know. If only we had some sort of stat.
I'm not too sure. We'll see.
We'll see.
I know the stun goes through BKB.
I know that as well.
The initial interruption for the first cast that goes through BKB.
If you ult on the skill, does say the same thing. It's not blocked by spell immunity. But does this? But I think the slow goes through it, but I'm not sure.
And well, BKB doesn't work Bristleback except for the goo. Oh, we do have a 4-man smoke now coming out.
Alright.
Only Storm Spirit. Oh, they're actually just gonna walk right into Roshan. It's not gonna be a big gank or anything.
And yeah, they can take him very easily. They have a lot of minus armor now. And Bristleback just not tanky at all this game. And I haven't really felt his presence much anyway. So just not his game. Looks like they're going to be able to get Roshan. It's going to be very difficult for the Radiant to defend against this.
What? Are you just relocated into the Roshan pit from the Roshan pit? I'm not too sure why he did that.
Oh, and by the way, Lich looks like he's going to go for Aghanims.
Oh, okay.
And Wisp is making his mechanism now. It's very close. Great item on Wisp. Oh, we might have engagement here. And looks like, oh, very unlucky for the Morphling. Gets stunned just as he's about to teleport. Echo Slam comes out and they do get the kill. Morphling, no buyback, and he's dead for the next 60 seconds. Let's look at who has buyback. Where is it? Buyback. Only Viper on the Radiant side has buyback. Tiny going in. His team is not with him though, quite far away. Both the Wisp as well as the Bristleback are not with him. Even the Storm, so I think he should probably wait a little. He does have Aegis, so I suppose that's one thing. And instead of going to get that bottom...
He's really, really big now.
Yeah, he's like 5k gold ahead of the Viper, who's his closest competitor. Oh, misses the last hit on the tower, but no big deal for him. He's still farming very well.
He may even be tempted to just push this lane alone with Shin. He should be able to, actually.
Yeah, but it might be better for him to just go mid and go for the exposed Draxus. Easier. He has a ton of attack speed now.
Yeah. He's waiting for a moonshot now. But I wasn't able to make too much use of the Morphling being sidelined for 70 seconds. So we will come back up now and...
Yeah, I think it's because most
engagement. Everyone's just moving away.
Yeah, most of the team just went back. You know, the Wisp went to farm his mech, and they just didn't want to push. It seems like, but they should because Aegis won't last for more than like what 2-3 more minutes left.
There should be a 2-minute max marked up when it's 2 minutes. So probably. I think it went down like about 33 or 33 minutes somewhere there. So they should have it for about 3 more minutes.
The graphs are looking pretty bad for the Radiant side. Do you think they'll be able to stop this push?
It's really hard to say. It depends on how fast. Well, it depends on how fast burst Hwanil down, and while he is down before the Aegis comes back up, how fast they can kill everyone else.
Tiny jumps
or
in.
if this happens, then
Laguna
Blade drop down to try to get the kill on Panic Button. The Leech ultimate bounces. Okay, the slow doesn't
slow. We know that now.
Bristleback is just walking through this, and the Glimmer Cape is keeping Tiny alive as well. We'll take the Rex. While the siege is happening, they don't really care too much. Storm Spirit. No one dies, surprisingly. No one dies at all.
Playing Dota the Gandhi
big
style.
fight breaking up.
Oh, looks like they do get the Wisp in the end. Earthshaker kills the Morphling, and looks like we might be able, might lose the Bristleback. One more hit, and he does fall. It took more than a few hits though. Tiny walks in, may have been a mistake. No Echo Slam available on the Earthshaker, so they should probably retreat. Oh, nice jump in by the Tiny, but too slow with his attack. They do get the kill on the Viper. Tiny falls, loses his Aegis. Looks like they're gonna get the... No, doubt they'll be able to get a Vengeful Spirit. Instead, they're going to go bottom. Tiny jumping on the Lich gets the kill as well. Morphling buys back, but where is he exactly? Alright, here he is. Costly buyback, and not sure they're going to be able to do anything about it. They're still in the game, but barely, it seems like.
Viper buys back in that fight too, and that's very, very major. And I guess that's what Hwanil wanted, trying to push the bottom lane. It's more like, if you don't buy back, I'll take your Rex. If you buy back, I'll just back away. And back away he did, and 2 buybacks from both the cores, and they fall further and further behind. Hwanil is almost having a 10,000 gold lead over the... Oh no, Psycho is the team's name. I've been calling him Psycho the whole game.
Team Psycho, yeah, I mean A-Saikou, right?
Yeah, I've been calling Viper Psycho the whole game, and now I realize that it's actually his team name. His name is Ichigeki.
Viper's so good, he's the whole team. I'm surprised you didn't call them Team Viper.
Oh, he completes his heart. So
the thing is that they don't... I don't know, their lineup just isn't built for this stage of the game. I mean, we knew they were gonna fall off, and it's hard to see how they'll bring down the Tiny. The Bristleback is almost a non-factor, really. He kind of doesn't tank that much as you'd hope, but the Tiny is impossible to bring down, and the Earthshaker has been really spot on with his abilities.
Yeah. Right now with the BKB and the Gleamer Cape, Bristleback's actually able to just tank up a lot of magic damage. As you can see, the last fight he just BKB'd up and walked in, tanked up everything from Lina.
And we now know Lich's ulti doesn't do anything against BKB.
The mini stun goes through it, that's about it. That's very sad actually.
Oh, top lane, they jump on the Morphling. Morphling ultimate actually not available, and they're chasing him, but nah, they'll just go back to the bottom lane. Morphling doesn't actually have a teleport scroll. If they push fastly, there's nothing he can do.
He's actually going for an S and Y now. That's very weird. 40 minutes into the game, you're going for an S and Y. I personally think the Morphling actually cost them the game. They were in control the whole game in the early game, and then Shinkudu decided to pick up the Lincoln Sphere, which was quite a weird pickup, to be honest. Instead, like, he could have gone for a Manta Star. But okay, we do have a big fight coming up right now.
Huge Echo Slam.
Very nice Echo Slam coming in there on 4 heroes. Actually, a buyback coming up from the Lina, and now Viper is the target to be focused down. LSA will connect on the Bristleback. They're actually stucking each other. They won't be able to get a kill. Glimmer Cape will keep him alive. And Storm Spirit is actually just jumping in and out. He's out of mana now. Still trying to kill the IO. Still alive, the IO. And Shinkudu will go down. That's a full lane of Rex right there. This is probably GG.
Yeah, you don't want to say
it. For 90 seconds.
There you go. Game is over.
GG scored right there.
Well, good try, but I think they were
very well played from Hwanil.
I think they were just outpicked. By the way, their team
lag.
name isn't Guanil, it's XTRUDE. Guanil is
Huanil is a tiny.
Yes.
Tiny's name is Huanil.
Yes.
I'm calling out Tiny actually.
Oh,
He's
sorry. I thought you meant
really good.
I thought you meant the whole team.
Oh no.
Alright.
Well, Bun's been pretty sad to this game, but anyway, we will be back with game 2 unless they have disconnecting problems. So I'll see everyone else in the next game.
Thank you. See you there.
At the end of the game, we're going to go through the game and say, why did this team lose? Why did this team win? What are some big mistakes that they made? And we're going to find the 2 worst people on each team. Those 2 bad people, not bad, but worst playing people, we're going to critically analyze what they did wrong, giving them advice, and then the giveaways will be, if you typed in any advice in the Twitch chat for 2 minutes, we'll randomly pick you from the generator and you'll automatically get the prize. Easy peasy stuff. So it should be easy peasy. All you have to do is watch or play, have some fun, tell people